Welcome to Cabral House Call. I'm Stephen Cabral, board-certified naturopathic doctor, and today we're going to take your questions on our Friday in review. So anything goes today, any questions you submit, we're going to answer. Let's get into our first question. Sam asks, can I order my own lab work? So when you typically would go to let's say a conventional medicine doctor or a allopathic doctor, primary care physician, whatever you want to call it, they may not be willing to order a hair tissue analysis for you. They might not be willing to even order vitamin D tests for you. A lot of physicians are not. So I believe in taking control of your own health, and so what I would recommend is you having the ability to find out the results you want. After all, it's your body, right? Why wouldn't you be able to test your own body to find out what you need? So essentially, when we do functional medicine tests, we're looking for deficiencies. What don't you have enough of so your body can't do what it needs to do because it's missing something? And what do you have too much of? Toxicities. What do you need to remove from the body? Because it's not always about adding more. Sometimes it's about a subtractive process. So yes, you can absolutely order your own labs. One is that you just need to get connected through a functional medicine practitioner or a health professional that can order these labs. So we allow people to do that right on StephenCabral.com. That's the amazing thing, is like through our new technology, I sign off on the labs, you get them shipped to you, you can do them right at home, and then you ship them back to the lab through prepaid mailers. I get the results and I send you the results, so you get all that plus a wellness plan that goes along with it. It's a really simple, amazing service. We can only do so many of those a month, of course, because we only have so much time, but it's a great service so that you can get that easily through us. Now, if you want to do it at your own, you still have to get a doctor to sign off these things. That's the only issue, is that you have to find that, and you can, that's not a difficult thing. You can find a functional medicine doctor in your community, or you can find someone that you just can do the labs through. So you don't have to pay us essentially to do the labs if you don't want. You can do the labs on your own and just buy them through essentially the website. That's a service that we just try to offer so that you can take your own health back into your own hands. And the other part to that is this. Blood work is a tricky one because blood work is diagnostic based. So that's a hard one for anyone except for a licensed medical doctor to order. And so in those cases, you can actually go to other labs though, like Life Extension online. And through Life Extension, they can send you a kit called a male profile or the female comprehensive profile. Those are ones we use with our wellness clients all the time. I order the kits myself. It's really easy to do. I don't own any stake in Life Extension, but it just gives you a huge profile of all the blood work you would ever possibly want to run on an annual basis, not for anything specific, but overall health trends. And then you can take that to your local walk-in clinic or hospital that does blood draws. Very simple, very straightforward. So yes, you can absolutely order your own lab kits online. Next question. So great question by Nadine. She's asking, does tea consumption, drinking during the day, also count as water intake? Because we know you're supposed to get about half your body weight in water, less so if your body is depleted of minerals and nutrients, and more if your body is kind of high in blood pressure or you have too many, you need to do more detoxification, okay? Or you're sweating a lot. So you want to look at it this way. If it's black tea or anything that's caffeinated, it's going to act more as a diuretic. So if your tea in general, if that tea is a diuretic, it's not going to be able to count as water intake because diuretic is basically going to be removing water from your body. But if it's a ginger tea, even a chamomile tea, all of those should be acceptable. And so you'd be able to use those as part of your overall water intake. But I do want to caution you, only water counts as water. All right, so water, you do need pure water during the day. And that means all of your tea consumption or all of your liquid consumption cannot be tea. You do have to drink water. So get at least 4 glasses, 8-ounce glasses of water during the day. And then if you want to add some herbal tea besides that, completely fine. You want to do smoothies, that counts as well if it's fruit-based. So yes, absolutely, you can count non-caffeinated, non-diuretic based teas as part of your water consumption. Just make sure you do have water during the day as well. Next question. All right, so Penelope is asking, I've heard dinner should be the smallest meal of the day. Is that true or false? So it's an excellent question. I've touched on this a little bit in the past. If we were going by ideal worlds, like just ideal worlds, everyone slept and everyone rested when they should and all those different things, ideally, yes. Your dinner meal, which would typically be for most people a couple hours before bed, should be your smallest meal of the day. And that's because you want your body to go to bed with an empty stomach. You don't want to load it up with a lot of food that's going to deter your body from being able to use all that energy for the detoxification process. And you don't want anything that would inhibit your body from getting into deep relaxation. Meaning, like, if your body's producing a lot of energy to work in the digestion, that's not going to be great. Plus, it's not ideal from a caloric consumption standpoint to eat a lot of calories before bed if you're trying to burn body fat or any of those things. Now, of course, there are all sorts of different scenarios, like intermittent fasting, which we spoke about before, the warrior diet, like we spoke about before. But in an ideal world, you would like dinner to be a small meal or the smallest meal of the day. For a lot of people, this is just not a realistic scenario because it is the one meal where they actually get to sit down and relax, kind of like myself. So what I would say is, for those people, you can enjoy a nice meal, but just don't make it a huge meal. It doesn't have to be the smallest one of the day, but just don't make your dinner meal ever the largest meal of the day because of all the reasons that I just spoke about. So ideal world, yes, it should be the smallest, because your lunch in an ideal world should be the largest. That is when digestion is going to be at its peak, and that is going to be hopefully the time of the day where you had time for your body to ramp up, and then after that you're going to have time for your body to rest, sit down, relax after lunch, and then burn some of those calories for the next, 8 hours, 10 hours before you do go to bed. Hopefully that answers your question. Just keep in mind, we all live in the real world. We have to adjust to our own schedules and do the absolute best that we all can. Hopefully that answers your questions today. I'll be back real soon with another Cabral House Call. Thank you for just tuning into the Cabral Concepts. We've been getting a lot of questions lately about what next? What can I do next? And so what I'd like to say is, if you want to take your wellness, weight loss, or anti-aging goals to that next level, I'd say this. We have 3 options for people to start with, and you can just see if it's the right fit for you. What we do is we have the ability for you to simply click the Start Here button on the StephenCabral.com website, and you can choose 3 options, the best one that fits your needs. The first one is simply getting more details on how we work with clients in our wellness practice. So it could be options on functional medicine lab testing, it could just be on free recipes. We have our exact workout templates, everything that you need to just get started. The second level is completing the Dr. Cabral detox. Anywhere from 7, 14, or 21 days, it's the absolute best way to lose weight and improve your wellness. And we guarantee it. I mean, there's very few people that do guarantee their work. We absolutely guarantee that you will get results with this. And the third way is that you can do complete personalized wellness planning. And that includes choosing one of the functional medicine labs that we have on the website, or multiple if you would like, getting those labs shipped to you, completing the lab right at home, and then we send you in about 3 weeks after that a complete personalized wellness plan that includes everything our wellness clients and weight loss clients get at our Boston practice. So all you have to do is simply go to StephenCabral.com, click on the Start Here button, and you can get started and choose the level that works for you.